Hey, 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 y'all.
Yeah.
What's going on? Hello, hello, hello. What's happening? What's happening? Happy Sunday. What y'all up to? What y'all got going on? All right, all right. Let's see. Making sure I send out my notifications here. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got going on. Hey, Demarcus, what's good? What's good? Wait a minute. Let me turn off the music and I'm gonna get myself on the camera. Okay. Hey, Derry B. I want to make sure. Hopefully, y'all can let me know if y'all can hear me. If it's loud enough. Hang on one second. The hell I'm doing? Okay. Y'all, there's so much going on behind the scenes. You know, y'all just don't know. Oh, yeah. Okay, Lord, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm clicking on stuff, everything, but I'm what I'm supposed to be clicking on. You can hear me good? Okay. Oh, what's going on with y'all? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? What's going on with you, Derry B? I was thinking about you today. I said I was gonna text you. Just thinking about you, gonna reach out. So I'll reach out to you. Um, because I want to follow up on an idea that you gave me. So we'll talk about it. Let me see what Demarcus is talking about. The later day is the senior citizen version of popular. Wait a minute, okay? This is my damn age group, okay? The 50 and over club. I'm not. Well, you know something? It's funny you said senior citizen because I'm considered a senior citizen now. Okay, they sent me all the information. I am a senior citizen now, so it is what it is. Look, and you should hope and bless to get this age, okay? And I hope to get these people even get older and older. So yeah, ain't nothing wrong with it. It's just funny you said senior citizen, but it is the truth. It is the truth. And once you over 50, you are considered in starting to get into the senior club, especially 55 and older. And I'm right there on the cuff. I'm not 55 yet, but I'm right there. So well, anyway, I got my home girl. She up here knocking on the door. So let me go over here and answer the door. She's sitting here banging on my door. Bam, 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 bam. They go. I know I heard somebody banging on my door. Bam, bam, bam. What's
Baby,
going on?
listen. Senior me, okay? I'm in my mid 40s, but I'm ready to get to 55 and get my AARP and all my senior discounts, okay? Senior
Yeah, I
me.
mean, look, I've already got my ARP card. You can get it. I mean, I think over 45 you can apply, but I got when I was about 50, I got my ARP card. So, and I'm 53. I'm putting it out there. I love saying my age. I never am one of those types of women to say, you know how people say you're not supposed to ask a lady her age. Okay, maybe you shouldn't. Just like you're supposed to ask
Yeah.
weight and different things like that. And we're gonna talk about that one guy who asked all these damn questions.
Baby,
You
yes.
gonna tear his ass up. But I guess you're not supposed to, I guess, ask people. I don't even think it should be women. I think you shouldn't ask
Ask.
somebody. Let them volunteer the information. So I'm volunteering it. Now I ain't giving y'all my damn weight. That's none of y'all damn business. But that's and I because look, what I say in them Thanksgiving lives is big back season, and
That's
I got the
right.
big hoodies. The big hoodies is covering up everything, and the
Mm-hmm.
sweatpants and the hat is covering up
Okay.
everything. But then I'm gonna break loose come the spring.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
coming out. I'm gonna be breaking loose, so I got to get the weight down a little bit come
Just
the
a
spring.
smidge.
But
Just a pinch.
right now, yeah, it's big back season. We're gonna eat what we want. right there. We're gonna eat what the hell we want. Hey Shayna, what's going on? Yeah, yeah. Now this not the age group for Shayna, but she can still enjoy this show though, because it got great tips. It really got nothing to do about age. This show actually gives great tips. It's not the foolishness that we get on the other shows. We watch the other shows for the mess and the controversy and stuff like that. And but this show didn't give us no other than that one guy George. We really didn't get no controversy from
Chicken
little
George, child.
Chicken George. Lord have, and I don't even want to disrespect Chicken George because that was actually a real life person who was a slave. So we don't really want to disrespect that man. But yeah, he is definitely a damn bozo
He's a
George.
bird.
Yeah, bozo the George. Yeah, saying I don't care what the age is. I think you could get people could get good tips on and just because you even in your 30s you can be stuck in your way and don't want to see things outside of the outside of the box and stuff like that. So yeah, we would definitely talk about. Yes, he was mad disrespectful. I know Candy was going in on George. Okay, I would love to hear her Candy talk about. I know she was going in on that dude because he was a mess. He was a mess.
Okay.
He was the worst one of them all. Like
He
really,
was.
everybody else was cool. The women, men and the women. Everybody just trying to figure life out. That's all it is. It's just people who just older trying to get back into the groove of life. This dude was just straight a clown.
He
and
was
you can
outside,
probably see
okay? He was
my
out there.
God.
Okay.
Yeah, he was doing too much.
He wasn't there for a real relationship.
Tamika would have cussed his ass out.
Talk about
Tamika
it.
would have cussed him out. Tamika, if you haven't watched the later days, just check it out. Just actually, you can just fast forward till you get to that man George, and you gonna cuss his ass out. Okay, you might do a whole short or TikTok on this dude because he was bad. I probably should have did a little separate video just on him because this is how bad he is. And this, oh man, God, I'm gonna go into it. But hey, Miss Barbara, West Coast Barbara, what's going on? So the show, y'all, hold on, take that. Is like as it said, the later daters. I know everybody said that's a funny title, but it is you dating later in life. So that's what it is, and it this was for people that was 55 and over. What was it? Vivian and Lisa Ray need to be on the show. Who's Vivian? Who's
Vivian? I know Vivian.
I don't know who. But I know Lisa Ray, but I don't know who. He got to tell us who. Yeah, it's a cute show. It really is. It's not normally. I know you don't watch these. Well, you do watch Love After Lockup. It's nothing like that. It's nothing like. These are professional people. These are people who got their. Most of them got all their good.
Vivica, is that who he's talking about?
Oh, Vivica. Okay, Vivica. Okay. Yeah, you should check it out. It's cute. It really is. It's nothing, bad. I know you ain't probably out there looking for nobody, but it's just a cute show. But
I'm ready for a season 2. Give me a season 2 next year.
And the ratings were good. They say the ratings was like number 1 or on the top 10 or something. Yeah, it was in the top 10 of the Netflix of things. So I think they could do a season 2. And some of the participants said they want to come back for another season if they could,
Yeah,
So,
I was gonna say I want to see new people unless they won't be the main 6 and they're gonna be somebody that's dating one of the main 6.
Get some updates.
Yeah,
6 months later, a year later, how they doing? Did they find love or just what did they do to change things in their life? Because because all of these weren't about necessarily getting married, find nobody. These people have been there, done that. They already been married and all that. It was just having companionships and meeting people. Because as we get older, we do get stuck in our way. We don't get out to meet people. I mean, YouTube has been a saving grace for a lot of us who don't get a chance to go out and meet people. And now look, we all meeting each other, and we all live all around the damn planet, and we meet each other. So it's so I get what this whole thing is about. The man with the baby mama with
OCD Nate.
Yeah, I don't know about him, but anyway, We talk about him. So okay, this is later day. Okay, so I'm just giving y'all little stuff about the show. So this was the dating coach. Her name was Logan. I guess it's Yuri,
Yuri, maybe.
Yuri, something like that.
Last name.
And hopefully I didn't butcher her name. But I like that they have a dating coach. She's like a psychologist slash dating coach on here, which other shows don't seem to have it.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish that they would. Um, because especially the ones that are serious,
Mm-hmm.
that are really serious, dating shows. I wish they would have a coach, um, you know,
So you need
therapist,
somebody
psychologist,
to
somebody.
yeah to
Yeah,
talk it out with. I believe.
correct, correct. I agree with that. She's Harvard trained, behavioral sciences turned dating coach who helps navigate their love lives. Logan is also current director of relationship science for the dating app Hinge. I've heard of Hinge, never
Mm.
used. Have you ever used Hinge or know anything about
No, I am on no dating apps.
it? Oh, okay, okay. I've
But
heard
yeah,
of
I've heard of
Hinge.
it. Mm-hmm.
Not yeah, just from I see it on commercials and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then she also wrote a self help dating book, How Not to Die Alone. I said, oh, okay, maybe we have to read that book. Okay,
Right.
so she was very sweet too. The way she
Yes.
talked, her voice was calm. It wasn't aggressive, like I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
disrespect to Yana Van Zandt or something like that.
Oh, yes,
It
this is
wasn't, and I like her. No disrespect to her. I'm just saying, this lady was. She was able to hold their hand and talk, and where it wasn't, they wasn't like if she came in there guns a blazing, they would have
yeah.
shut down. Yeah, so I think that's
Iyanla
why they
is not
opened up.
my brand of therapy or self-help. I need somebody more like this that can sit and talk to me like I'm a
No,
normal
because she said some things like that one time she
calmly
called
and
what's her name a gutter
quietly.
snipe. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No.
Keisha Cole's sister. You know what I'm saying? Come on,
Right.
man. It's sometimes yeah. Sometimes I agree with her on a lot of things, and then sometimes I was like, it's not even what she said; it's her approach.
I
So I
mean,
think that's what turns
some
people off. But some
people
people
are
you need that.
receptive. Yeah, I was gonna say some people are receptive to that, and that's the brand of therapy that they need. But for me, no, I need a Logan.
Yeah,
I
for
need a
me, no.
woo.
I need
Talk to
more
me
like
nice.
Logan. Yeah, I need more Logan. Because then I'll open up and crawl over her shoulder and everything.
Right.
You know, so I need more Logan. Okay, so we had it was 6 participants, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so this starts off with the six. The first one, her name is Anise, and she's
Mm-hmm.
62. And y'all, she looked damn good for
Very good.
at 62 years old. Like
Mm-hmm.
she in way better shape than me, and
Yes.
and I'm younger than her. I'm like 10 years younger than her, and she in way better shape. She looked damn good. Look, I ain't got nothing bad to say about the
Denise
lady
was
as far
doing
as
it. She was doing it. I was
she
like
had it going on.
62.
She was sexy.
Yes.
She had it going on. And well, let me change these glasses because these ones ain't the right one for the reading. Okay. Okay. So this is a little bit of her background. Okay. She's 62. Her occupation is marketing. She was previously married to her high school sweetheart who died in an accident when her children were young. And after his death, she continued her college degree. She's a doctor. She has a
Mhm.
doctorate degree. Um, her husband encouraged her to go back to school and all that. So now she didn't know she was married 3 times. Now,
Yes,
even on the show, she only kept talking about
that
her
one.
children's father. But I
Mhm.
guess the other two were garbage, so she didn't want to talk about the other two bozos. I think that's what I was thinking. I was like, that's why she only focused on the one. Seemed like that was the love of her life, and then he died in
Yeah.
a freak accident or something. So
Kind of like Lori. I think they just kind of agreed like we're gonna keep it positive, and if it's not positive, we just not gonna talk about it. So
this show was
I
very positive,
yeah.
except for George. Everything else was positive. It really was. Like, I mean, nobody was really negative. And even when somebody made a mistake, they apologized. What's the guy
Mhm.
named Greg? And we get to that. I mean, nobody was like an a-hole on here except for that one guy. So, and he got the feel. Well, I'm gonna get to him. I'll get to him. Okay, so this is Anissa's daughter. What was her name? Dewana or something like that.
Yeah.
something to Dewana, I think, was something like that.
Joanna or Dwayna. I can't remember
Dwayna,
how to
Dwayna.
name.
I think it was Dwayna. Yeah, and if she's hearing us, sorry if we're butchering your name.
Hi,
She was
Mama.
beautiful too. She was a
She
beautiful
remind me
young
of a
lady too.
combination. This is going to sound weird, but she remind me of a combination of Tawanda Braxton and Kenya Moore. Don't ask me how I put the two of them.
I definitely could see the Braxton. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could see a combination of that, but that Braxton one, that definitely jumps out at me too. I was
Mm-hmm.
thinking something like that.
But I liked her
And
personality.
I liked her personality too. Yeah, she was not, and so we didn't see her son. She also a niece has a son, but he didn't participate.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so this is a niece and her date. So I'm just jumping right into the George. I should have saved him for last, and we could really go deep in it. But
Go in
but
order.
I said
Kind
I
of
had to
sorta.
get. But so George is the worst of them all. Okay, so let me start with this guy the Caucasian man. As Shayna
Uh-uh.
say, shout out to Shayna, the clear man.
Clear man. I can't even remember his
What was
name.
his
He was
name?
cool. I
Damn,
don't
I didn't even
remember.
write his name down.
He
But
was
he's
cool
into
though.
black women.
Yeah.
And he was cool. Yeah, he was real cool. They had a nice date. They went to like a little wine bar type of place. They were sipping different wines and eating caviar. It was a very
Mm-hmm.
casual but nice date. And I think I could see them being more like friends. You know, I
Yeah.
could really see them being more like friends. And he's dated black women before. He's from what, England or somewhere, right? Europe. He's
Yeah, and I
from
think that
European.
that was their biggest drawback is that he kind of exclusively almost dates black women, and she's never dated like a clearer man before. So she was like, and I got what she was saying, like nobody wants to just jump in and be in a real relationship with somebody who's kind of like experimenting, if you will. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Okay, well,
I got
Shayna
it.
said the opposite. She didn't like the daughter, kept encouraging a niece to initiate second dates when she clearly didn't want to.
Mm, I mean,
Well, also
we
too,
got our ups and downs, but that's also why you have Logan. So you know,
well, see, also too, she's 62. She come from a certain time, and
hmm
I come from this as well. I'm not really necessarily chasing no man down. If he wants to go out with me, he'll pursue me. He'll call me. You know what I'm saying? Now we got the
right,
thing with texting and the email, so you can reach out to me. But I know it's a new thing now that women are more aggressive, and they say
right.
you're not supposed to sit and wait for the man to reach you. You reach out to them. You know, only thing I might do is,
And
hey, I had a
uh,
nice day. It was nice getting
yeah.
to know you. Maybe we can meet up again another time. I might say that. That ain't
Yeah,
no
I think
problem.
that's fair. But I think what Shayna's saying is that she didn't want to. Like she wanted her to initiate it, but the mom didn't want to go on the dates, which I think she kind of could have been more clear, but maybe she was just trying to be nice for the purpose of the show. And she didn't want to say, I am not trying to go out with this man again. So
Right,
maybe that
right.
was just her being
Andre.
nice.
Hey, Andre. They said I wouldn't initiate a date either. If the man is interested, he'll
Yeah,
reach
that's
out.
true.
Yes. Yes. Oh, yeah, most definitely. Look, they know right
I
away.
wouldn't
It don't
be,
take men a long time, even if they not
no.
talking about married and all that. But I'm talking about just go out. When they see your big behind and jiggling up and down, them men want you right away. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be crass. I'm just saying men know when they want you. You know what I'm saying? They'll call you. They'll reach out. You know,
Yeah.
if he don't, then he just ain't
I don't
interested. Or
have a
he
problem with having communication, but they definitely do go what they. I would not initiate no date. I don't have no problem with the
no, I
communication,
might
but
just say,
if you don't
hey,
talk to
we had
me,
a
chances are you don't want to be bothered no way. So
yeah, if we went out on our first date and it went well, I might say, I had a real nice time. Maybe we can see each other again for coffee or something. I mean, I might, and then it'd be in a very friendly communication
right.
way. It wouldn't be like, oh, let's get together Monday at 5 o'clock at the Starbucks and all that. No, I ain't doing all that. If you want,
No, I would just like you
there's
said, like
nothing wrong
I
with
had
it,
a
but
good
it's not me.
time and I want to thank you for the flowers or whatever and leave it at that. I hope your day is going well. I mean, that's it. I ain't gonna say nothing else about no date. You
Oh,
want
she was side with me. Said she was. Yeah, I'm gonna get the still waiting for him to contact. Oh yeah, okay, okay. Well, let me just talk
okay.
about George before I get to the good,
Yes.
good guy. So we I forgot this man name down here, the clear man, but it didn't work out, and really
I
it was
know. I was
on
trying to look it
him.
up. I
It
can't
really
find
he
it.
wasn't interested with her because not because she wasn't beautiful or smart or anything. It was just because she's never had a. She come from Arkansas, come from the
Hmm
rural. part of the South, and she just wasn't used to being in interracial relationships, and it would be difficult for her. She said in so many words. I'm
Right.
trying to put words in my mouth, but he that's all he
It's
dated
something
is black
different.
women.
It's something to wrap your mind around, especially if you 62 and you come from that day and age.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's the only reason why they didn't work out. So it wasn't nothing bad. They had a nice time, but it didn't work out. Now
They
we're
was
gonna go up
crack,
here to this damn
was
George,
talking
okay?
about the They was cracking me up when she was talking about the daughter liking the little clear boy. And she was like, well, but you opened me up because when you had like the little boy back in the day. And then she was like, Chris. And she was like, his name was not Chris. I was like, what?
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, her daughter. Yeah, because she could. I don't know where she got Chris from, but you know how you don't really remember people's names because I'm bad at doing that too.
That's
Um, but she just kept saying his name was Chris. And but George, yes, he is going in the damn furnace. Okay,
mm-hmm.
where my damn furnace at? Because he needs to go up in there. Where my damn furnace? He needs to go in there. George was so freaking bad,
He was out of line, child.
out of line. First of all, okay, she every time. Oh, okay, Moochie, Moochie, you enjoy the show, even though you might not be out there. Look, it's not about you looking for nobody. It was just entertaining, and it was cute. It was not. It was a cute show. It was cute. Um, I would love to hear Moochie just watch it so she can hit. Because I want to hear her and Tamika about George. Because I can hear Moochie now. F George. You know
I
a
can go
piece of
in
shit.
the
I
Discord and
can
watch
hear
it.
Moochie now saying George is a piece of shit. Okay,
Yeah.
George is the man up top, y'all, with the a dark skinned man with the white hair. Okay, he liked the way Anise looked. Anise got a body like Coca Cola, like
Cow,
boo 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 boo.
yes.
Yeah, she looks good, and she's 62 years old, and she looks damn good. She walk in, and but this guy, did he even give her
His
flowers like all the other
I
gay people
don't
give him
think
flowers?
so. With his
I
Cisco
don't.
colored hair, I knew he was gonna be a problem when he walked in though. Before he opened his mouth, I was like, nope. Nope,
Yeah,
with
I
your
mean, he
Cisco
was a bit
colored hair.
much. I mean, look, he was a bit much because he was like, okay, I can't remember in the order of what he said, but y'all, he not only he made a mention about her age, he made a mention about had she had work done, like plastic surgery, BBL, that type of work.
Well, I think he said
Um,
his age, and then she said, "Have you ever dated an older woman?" So she kind of whispered it in his ear.
yes,
That wasn't the bad part,
yeah, that wasn't really bad because she was letting people know up front. Most of the people she was
right?
dating were younger than her anyway. And when I say younger, I mean like 50 something. So it wasn't that big.
Right.
It wasn't like a big thing like that. Wasn't no kids on here. Wasn't nobody under 55
No, I
on here.
realized it was 55 and
So
up.
yeah, 50, yeah, everybody was 55 and over. So but she's 62. So some people was like 55, 56, 57. Um, but yes, he was straight ghetto. The main thing, y'all, that he said, he when he says I F in Atlanta, what did he say something about I F in Atlanta? I should have played that video, that
I F
clip.
around at Atlanta and I date or I hang out in Chattanooga or wherever he was from, child. I said, what?
Yeah, yeah.
The
But he
first thing I
said
think he
that
said
he F
was,
around in Atlanta. So I mean like he just
he
going
just
around F in
just
Atlanta. He probably this is the kind of guy that probably be at ain't nothing wrong with people going to
I
strip
said,
clubs,
baby,
but
they still be
he
like this in
probably in
their
the strip club
60s.
talking to the young girls, I bet.
Exactly. Because I said, why are we still we're 60 years old and we still act like this? Absolutely not. But I
Yeah,
think
because
he
I
said he
think I
had,
think he was 60. I think he was
yeah,
six
he was
zero, right?
60 and she was
60, yeah.
62.
He was
He said
62,
he
he
had
was
one
60.
kid. She said she had three. He said same dad. I
Oh,
said,
that's
sir.
another thing. She had three children, and we only saw her daughter participate on
Right,
the show. And then she had two other kids, I think
right.
sons or something.
And I
And
think
she
a son
said
and a
he
daughter.
asked her, do they all got the same father? That was very rude. Let me initiate that, not you asking no stuff like that. And then oh, it was something that about the blonde hair. Okay. And he said, what did he say? Something about he think blonde hair is ghetto.
He said he liked women, his women with a little bit of ghetto in it. Don't want a blonde wig. He told her he thought she had some ghetto in her. I said, baby, listen.
Okay, she got 2 sons and 1 daughter. Okay,
Right.
okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was just rude, and you too grown to be that
Exactly.
damn rude.
And even if she has different fathers, who cares? The kid is grown at this point. It's not like
Then
you
all
gotta
the
raise
children
them.
are grown. It's not like she's still raising them. She live on her own. They all
Mhm.
grown. He has how many baby daddies she got, which was insane because they're
Yeah.
grown. Yes, is what you just said. Yeah, because she's been married 3 times. So
Mhm.
I
She could
think
have
so.
one
The,
each
the first
husband, so who
husband, well,
cares?
the first husband who passed, that's the one she had the 2 kids with, because she
Right.
said she was, and then so then when she married the other
But if
ones,
she
you
had
know,
3 marriages, she could have had 3 husbands. So what's wrong with that?
well, that's true. Yeah, she could have a child from each man, but you know, who cares? You know, at least she was married each time
He
too,
asked her
so
if
whatever.
he asked her if she had work done. I said, this man was
And she
she
had
was
work done.
handling it well, because I would have left.
But when she got up to go like to the bathroom or whatever,
Hmm.
she still had the microphone on her, and you could see her talking to the producers. She said, "I'm ready to set up
Yeah.
my Uber." But I
Yeah,
guess
she
they
was
was
ready to
setting,
go.
you know. Yes, he was ignorant, waste of human life. Look, and I'm glad they're showing his face because now, but there's always somebody for everybody. There's always some woman who will say, "Oh, but that's her, and that's not me, and he ain't gonna treat me like that." But I'm glad people are seeing his face so that when he go out here in these streets trying to still date somebody, they can like cut his ass off. You know what I mean, right? And another thing too, I hope he's embarrassed. I really hope that
He's not, and there's always going
he
to be
sat
that woman
home.
that's like, oh well, at least he was honest. Because you listen, it's birds at all
I
ages.
hope he was.
Wow.
I hope he. That's true. That is true. But I'm really hoping that he was embarrassed. I'm hoping that he saw his family
He was
put their whole
not.
foot up his ass. I mean, we don't know. I ain't seen no interviews or nothing with him. But I'm saying I
He
hope
was
his family
in
put their foot up his ass.
he was in what's the name's comments,
Oh, for real?
Tasty
Oh, on TikTok.
on YouTube.
Oh, okay,
Tate,
okay.
he was in his comments because he was saying like there was no villain of the show, and then he got down in the comments like, oh, I put in the work to be the villain of the show. And they went, and so a lot of people were like, "Sir, you are too old. You should be embarrassed of yourself." But he was like, "Oh, they had a long
Shayna
conversation."
said he might have been paid.
And when she left, she was like, "Laugh." I don't know, child. I'll try to find a comment and send it to you if it's still there. But yes,
Yeah,
he was in
birds coming all different ages.
comments.
He's a bozo clown. Okay, like
Mhm.
oh yeah, I should have put the big red nose on top of his face and everything. Cause yeah, he was
Well, it's
hard.
a lot of them on here are actors, and on here are actors and are known. So maybe he is, child. I don't know.
Yeah, but that was just ridiculous. I mean, maybe the producers could have told him to turn it up, or maybe he just decided on his own to do that. But that was just crazy. But even if he's okay, even if this is fake and this was scripted and all that, the mere fact that we know that there's men still in their 60s and 70s who still act like this, so they never change.
Child, that was the
So
part that had me going. I said, not at 60, baby.
the future Martell Hope, yes, definitely, definitely, I agree with that. That's just how Martell. If anybody watch Huntsville, he's definitely gonna be like this as he keeps
Ooh,
getting older.
child.
Yeah, because he's a mess.
Mm.
So yes, I mean George was horrible. But she ended up at the end with Big Willie, and he is fine now. Big Willie's fine. Got the beard, no, I like a man with the beard. You
Hmm.
know, he had the bald head. He looked good. I mean, he was dapper, and they was all up on each other. I mean, you and I
Yeah.
talked about that. Like she had, she had her legs wrapped around him and
I
kissing,
said,
and
man, but
I
do
mean,
y'all have
tongue in each
anything in
other's mouths
common?
and everything.
I was wondering if they had anything in common because you could tell the physical attraction was there from the time that they met to the time that they went on this date. I was like, "Ooh, come on! I need y'all to connect on something else." But we don't know, and we don't see everything
Well,
that they talked about.
well, I think initially what you said was correct. Well, we know now that what you said was correct. Because you and I were just gossiping, talking about it a couple of days
Right?
ago. But turns out once we saw the interview that
Yep.
she did with Big Tigger down in
Hmm.
Atlanta, that they didn't end on a bad note. They're not together now, y'all. But they
Right.
did not end on a bad note. It's just that outside of the sexual chemistry, they had not, they it just wasn't going nowhere. So that
Which
happens
is
sometimes.
unfortunate.
She's beautiful. They look good together. Look at that top
Yes.
picture. They look
That's why I
damn
said
good
it's
together.
unfortunate.
It's unfortunate because they look good together. I mean, she's a dapper dresser. He's dapper. They look so beautiful together.
That's what
But
when I was watching it, I was like, oh, because I wanted them to work. I said, please let us see like a really deep and meaningful conversation. And we didn't really get too much of that.
no,
Because
I think it was all sexual. And I mean,
yeah,
he met his mom and everything. I mean, they dated for
they
a couple of
tried
weeks, a month, right?
six
They
months.
dated, yeah, for 6 months. Yeah, I'm sure they probably was even intimate. You know what I mean? So,
I'm
um,
sure it was.
yeah, I'm sure they were. I mean, I'm sure they were the way. And but I'm sure probably outside of that, they probably just didn't have. They probably just lived different lifestyles. And sometimes you just don't really have nothing in common with each other.
Yeah.
Um. Oh, you said, oh, you didn't get that
Oh,
far.
you
Oh, I'm
didn't
sorry to
finish?
spoil it for you. But yeah, she at the end of the show, she did end up with Big Willie. But now, 6 months later or a year later, however long it's
Yeah, they
been,
didn't tell us on the
they have
show.
they didn't tell us that on the show. Me and
Mm-hmm.
you know me, I'm always doing my damn,
Walking
going down the
around.
rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually wasn't even really trying to go down the rabbit hole. It just showed up on my
It comes
recommendations.
up. Yeah, once you
Yeah,
start
on
watching stuff,
YouTube.
it comes up.
Right. I know the algorithm. Yeah. So I'm scrolling through YouTube. I saw her and Lori was on Big Tigger, and then I saw them on something else. And so, but she said she had a positive experience being with him and with the
Mm-hmm.
show. And she said she would come back and do it again. So I like Anise. I hope her.
I did too.
I hope. I wish her the best. I hope she finds what she's looking for. Um, but yeah, it just didn't pan out. But that's life, and I
Yep.
think that she probably not really like most of them. They probably not really looking for a meaningful relationship. Maybe they probably just need
Well, it's
companionship.
called a later dater, so it's not like they're trying to get married or engaged and anything like
No,
that. So I
they've
think
been
they
there,
are
done
trying
that.
to have meaningful relationships, but if it just doesn't work, it doesn't work. And I just like
Word
the whole approach
and
to
my
it and how
and
everything was like easy and light.
mm-hmm. Yes, yeah, yeah. That is really, yeah. And they did try for
It
like
is.
6 months is a good time. If you date
That's
somebody for
nice.
6 months and then it don't work out, that ain't like you did good. This
Yeah,
day
that's
and
a nice
time,
little
shit.
run. Yep.
You know. So now we move on to this guy. Who mentioned
OCD
him?
Nate.
Somebody who mentioned somebody, Candy or somebody mentioned this good dude. So
Hmm.
we got Nate. He's 56. He's a former paratrooper, so he was been in the military, and he went
Hmm.
out on disability because he got hurt. Got hurt really bad in the military too, jumping out of
Yeah, he
airplanes,
did.
broke his back and his leg and some other stuff. So he walks like with a sort of like a limp or something. But he's a divorced father too. He shares one daughter with the ex girlfriend. Her name is Jacqueline. This lady right here,
Miss Jagger,
from
Jagger.
college, who is now his best friend and confidant. He was later engaged to someone else. We never saw that person, but it didn't work out due to his former partner's infidelity. So I guess that's why he didn't have her on there. But later he married another woman with whom he got the second daughter with. We did meet Jackie's daughter that they got
Right.
together, but we didn't
Mhm.
meet the other children. And he said him and his wife stayed together for 16 years. But since he's been separated, Nate has been living a peaceful life in a
Ooh,
man cave at
Candy.
home. And it's definitely a man cave. And he it says oh he's no they, extremely tidy. It's more than just tidy. Okay. He got
OCD.
OCD. Yeah, he has
Mhm.
OCD, y'all, real bad. He's very buttoned up type, yeah. And so he needs to let his guard down with his dates and have learn to work through trust issues. So that's pretty much with Nate. Now everybody was questioning, why this lady, she's the ex girlfriend, why she around. But I could see what it was with them. They were best. They dated in college for like 2 3 weeks. They smashed. You in college. You 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. You smashed. They met at a party, smashed a couple times, and then sit there and work out. And then next thing you know, she pregnant. But then they realized they just wasn't compatible. She said that, this lady Jackie or Jacqueline. They just wasn't compatible.
I don't believe that.
You don't believe they wasn't compatible?
I believe they weren't compatible, but I believe that she just was more interested in him than he was her. That's just my opinion.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's I guess that's compatibility. Exactly. But yeah, but they didn't work out. So now they raised their daughter who's grown, and she got 2 kids of her own. So they grandparents. So and so he's I mean, so they and all of these people they had their family members or slash friends be with them.
Right.
Which I kind of like that too.
It was
So
cute. This was
it was
a
cute.
bit much. It was a little off-putting, but at least the women that he dated didn't have to physically see this. So there's that, because that would have sent me running for the hills.
Okay. Before we go to the next slide, because I'm still on Nate. Why would if you meet a man and he got a great relationship with his grown child's mother,
That's too
and
much.
there's nothing going on. I mean, when you want them to be good, now she can't be just
I
popping up
want you to have
every day over there.
This is
But
what exactly,
you can be cool.
and that's what she was doing. I want you to have a decent relationship. I want you to have a cordial relationship. Y'all not best friends, no, because
Okay, but
the
reason why this lady was coming up all the time is because she was on the show. But so do you think if the cameras ain't running and we just talking about real life, you think she just popping up over there eating chicken and
that's the vibe
eating macaroni? Remember, she was eating off each other's food with plate with the macaroni and cheese or whatever.
You don't do that with somebody that just randomly pops. Like she be there all the time. Oh, I just was in the neighborhood. Oh, this is my lunch break. Ma'am, say you're here for the show. But I think honestly, that's just how she is.
Okay. So you agree with Shayna because I see you say you agree that you think that Jacqueline is still in love with him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Maybe. But yes, that's where I was going next. He's not interested in women. I look. I know you ain't supposed to out nobody or nothing. I don't know nothing about him, so I ain't saying I'm out. I just know that
don't know him, right.
I don't know. Hashtag I don't know these people, so I'm not outing him. I'm just saying I think that he might not be into women, and so y'all take it for whatever that is worth. Yeah, I don't think he's into women. I thought that the moment I saw, and not just about being neat and tidy either. It's just ways about him that make me. He just seems a little feminine.
Somebody was saying on Blue Sky or whatever the heck you want to call it that they think that they're each other's beards, and I was like, well,
yeah, I heard somebody saying comments that she looked a little masculine herself.
Yeah.
So, but they might have been, sometime, and they both in their 50s. Back in the day, you couldn't, they probably did get together, probably trying to cover up each other, trying to cover up because you couldn't be open like you are now, where ain't no big thing. So who knows? I'm not saying nobody is. I don't know. But when I first saw him, I thought it too. Candy. I thought the same thing, Candy. I thought the same thing. You was in my brain and I'm in your brain because I thought the same thing. The moment he showed up on the screen, I thought that. I just said, okay. Let's see where this about to go.
I didn't get that when he first popped up, but just as the more we progressed with the two of them talking and the OCD and everything else, I was like, what are we doing here?
And it was like I agree with Shayna.
Like he's a good looking man, but I was like, just I was trying to root for him, but I was like, he's just doing too much, child.
Yeah, he's too. Okay, listen. Look, I want him. I want you. We all want whatever men in our life, even our own sons. Okay, we want the men in our life to be clean, tidy, pick up behind themselves, clean up their own, wash their own clothes, iron their stuff, fold it up, put it away, wash dishes, cook. We want to be, we should be teaching our boys and stuff anyway, how to be domestic and
taking care of yourself. That's
just life skill. Taking care of yourself. It's called being an adult. Okay, we want that anyway. We don't want no man. We don't want to raise a boy to be a man, and he think of some woman is supposed to be Aunt Jemima, making biscuits and sitting up in the kitchen all day. Unless that's what she wants to do, because when we got the choices, but that's
exactly. And if you find somebody that wants to do that, that's fine. But I need you to be capable of taking care of yourself.
Doing it, yeah. In case, because one day she gonna be sick or have babies or something. And, yeah. So I'm fine with him being able to be, take care of himself, but he's a bit much, is where I'm going with. I'm agreeing with Shane. He's just a bit much. He was a bit much. Yes, basic life skills is fine. Even look,
Absolutely.
the best chefs in the world, a lot of them are men.
They're
So we
men,
know that
exactly.
men can cook and all that. It's not
Mhm.
that look, especially if you watch Food Network and watch all the men on there
Mhm.
cooking, we know the top chef of the world are men. But however, um, this guy's a little bit too much. It's not just about cooking and cleaning. He's anal. Like he just,
Yes.
yeah,
That's where the
just
OCD comes in, child. He's over.
OCD for sure. He need therapy. Now this lady who Logan, the dating coach,
Mhm.
um even she has a psychology degree, but he needs like ongoing therapy. Now he
Yes.
needs ongoing therapy. He got issues that he did, and he's still salty about being put out the
Injured.
military.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, because they had to let him go. I mean, it wasn't he didn't leave on his own. He got injured, and it was no coming back really from the injuries, and he's still up. That's why he had a hard time even talking about it. It's like he was almost gonna get teary eyed talking about it. So,
He was, because
um,
I he think he was like really invested. Like some people aren't, but he was really invested, and he wanted to really move up through the ranks and everything. And
right,
he wasn't able to do it.
right. Well, there's some of the women he dated. Now he did date a niece, but I knew him and the niece wasn't gonna work.
Yeah.
I just knew that. They went out on one date and then he dated the lady at the bottom, Latricia with the long
Yes.
hair.
Mhm.
Michelle is the lady with the braids, and then
Mhm.
up top was Lisa. Now Lisa, the light skinned lady, I think she could even be Latino. She could be mixed
Oh,
race, like
looks
a
like.
biracial. I'm not really sure. It's because
Yeah, I'm not sure what she
I don't
was
think
either.
she's white. I think she's mixed or something.
Yeah.
But
That's who I thought he
Lisa,
was gonna pick when he went on the second date with Michelle.
yeah, I
And
really thought
Michelle,
Lisa was gonna be his speed.
I follow Michelle on the Clock app, and it was like, I
Mm,
ain't looking at somebody. She looked really good here, but I'm like, you know how somebody looks familiar? And then she posted the other day a clip from um that new BET Plus movie, I think it's A Christmas Miracle, and I was like,
hmm.
that's where I saw her from. She's one of the actresses in there. I was like, that's where I
Okay,
saw her
okay.
before. So
I mean, it's
yeah,
Atlanta. They're in Atlanta, so we didn't mention
yeah.
that they're in Atlanta. So a lot of people, a lot of people. That's
Hmm.
like the Black Hollywood there. So a lot of people
Yeah,
be
just like
in
Lori
movies and stuff.
has a
Mhm.
presence, but
Right, right. Well,
yeah.
Lisa, lady up top, in the left hand corner, she has two grown children and both in
Mhm.
their 30s, and he had a problem with it because they were still at home. And I felt like you're not going to be living together, so you have your place is empty. I mean, ain't nobody living with you, so Lisa can always come to your house or whatever woman you dating or man you dating or whatever you date, that they can come to your house. And so what difference does it make if the children is grown in her house? That's in her house,
That's what I said
So
too.
yeah, I
That
mean,
was my exact sentiment. I'm like, y'all are not getting married. Just go to your house.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Oh, but he's so
He ain't want nobody in his house though.
he
He said
he
my
don't
house
want
is
nobody in his
clean.
house. That's what that is. He wants to be in that his big house by himself. So he don't want nobody in his house. I guess that he didn't say that, but that's the way I'm thinking. Uh, and
That
then
was the
let me
vibe.
see what she said about Latricia. I didn't understand why he asked her if she prays, and then turned around and said,
Yes.
"I didn't like that she's religious," and I didn't even know that she was religious. I just thought that like I pray over my food. Sometimes I don't do it. Sometimes I forget to do it, but then
Well,
sometimes I
that's what
do.
he does, but he introduced it into the conversation, didn't want to be mad. So yeah,
You
Shane is
want to
100%
be mad when you
right.
said, "Do you pray? You want let's pray over the food?" And she was like, "Oh yes." She said, "God, did she say God fearing man or godly man or
Yeah, she
something?" She
did
said.
say God fearing man. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you
You start
introduced it.
checking on
You ain't had to.
boxes.
You could have just picked up the fork and started shoving the food in your mouth. You ain't had to say nothing. Or
Well, he could have said, "Do you mind if I bless the food?" Because you
yes,
blessing your food
right.
doesn't make you religious. But you
It
saying, "Do
doesn't make
you
you religious.
pray?"
No. Mm-mm.
Can get
Thanksgiving. My cousin was over here and he was blessing the food for the house during the Thanksgiving holiday, and
right.
because he's he's really in the church. But it just but that's just blessing the house, blessing my place and blessing the food and just saying thanks.
Yes.
We was thankful. It wasn't that doesn't make nobody religious, you know. So I agree
Right.
with you on that. I didn't understand. But like I said, he tried to find something with all these women because he got the problem. It's because of him. And then Michelle, it really wasn't no yes, I can hear Moochie now saying this mother father. Yes. You know, I, that's Moochie's thing. Say this mother father. I can hear that. That's why I want Moochie to watch it just to, so she can encourage these people.
Hmm.
And I would love to see Moochie even do a little video on it. Just to, and she normally don't talk about reality shows, but this is kind of
Right.
cute. You know what I'm saying? But Michelle, what was y'all think about them and Michelle? What y'all feel about that?
I was a Michelle fan. I liked her. I liked her look. I liked her personality. I was glad when he chose her over Lisa, although the only reason he didn't pick Lisa was because of them grown behind kids. But then for him to just he just was looking for a reason to just disqualify
Oh,
everybody. For the
yeah.
first
Okay,
date, it
now I
was
remember was
religion.
about the clothes. It was
Anise, it was the age and her being active. Lisa, it was the kids living at home. And then when we got to Michelle, it was he OCD because she said she was pescatarian, but she still eat chicken and she didn't have no problem with it. But his thing was, you can't be leaving your
well, he
clothes
said he's
all over.
allergic to shellfish,
Yeah,
or
but that wasn't
seafood.
even really issue. The issue was the OCD.
No, because she said,
Um,
well, for instance, if I leave a dress laying out and then I decide, you know how like you
right,
trying to figure out your outfits, you lay all your stuff on the bed, and then you put your outfit on, you go out. She said she cleans up when she get back. She put everything on when she get back. She said,
right.
I can't do that.
He said, I don't want to
Um,
come home to that.
I don't want to come home to no. Mm-mm.
And I get that because it's like when you go on vacation, you don't want to come home to a messy house. So I get wanting to come home to a clean house, but it don't have to be that serious. You know what I'm saying?
Mm, he didn't clarify that he's spiritual. Yeah.
Because like if you
This way,
have,
she
he has
didn't
a big
clarify
walk.
that. He just assumed. He just assumed that. You know, she didn't say I'm
Right.
religious.
Like
She
if
just
he
said
has a big walk-in closet, if you have a big walk-in closet and you leaving stuff in there, then just let her come in and do what she's gonna do when she get home. It's her mess. She can clean it up. But he said he ain't gonna be bothered. And it just was a cop out.
but who
It just
said
was a
they
cop out. He
living
went out
together? That's my
sleeping
thing is
wrong
that
with
you're just
everybody.
dating. No one said they living together. I
Well,
mean,
I think she pushed the envelope because he kept saying it was fine because you don't live with me. And then she kept pushing the envelope and he just wasn't okay with that. He was like, oh no, you can't leave stuff around. Because he did say, well, that's fine because you live over there and I live over here. Well, that's fine. And then she
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
well, no.
He kept emphasizing that, didn't he? Multiple times,
Mm-hmm.
multiple. And to
What
the
you do
point
in your
where
house?
it
You ain't
ruined
gonna
the
come over to
dinner.
my house and leave a dress out.
I
No.
think it ruined the dinner. They were at a comedy show, and at this
Mm-hmm.
comedy show, they sitting back and she eating her pizza with seafood on. But she had shrimp on her pizza. I ain't never had shrimp on pizza.
Yeah.
But I
It's
mean,
good.
I ain't gonna say it wasn't good. I just never had. But
Mm-hmm.
she, and he ruined that date. He ruined that date. So she wasn't gonna try to reach out to him anymore anyway. Even
Yeah.
I think yeah, he ruined
Well,
that.
he wasn't interested. That's when he decided he wanted to double back to Michelle, and he decided them 30-year-old kids wasn't so bad, but she had moved on. I said, that's what you get.
And she's never been married, so I'm sure she wants to be. Not necessarily. Not all women want to be married. Not necessarily. But she's still young enough, even if she's in her 50s, to probably want, could still want to be married.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so there we move on to this wild child.
Spicy
This was
Suzanne.
yeah, she was Suzanne, 63. Look, Suzanne really looked like she could be 70, but
Mm-hmm.
she's
That she been told you she been
63.
out in the
Because look
sun.
at Anise is 62. And
Right.
Anise looked way younger than this lady.
Yeah.
And it's not even because of the white hair, it's just everything about her skin and all that.
It's the
But you know how
skin.
hair
Mm-hmm.
people, they age
That's
different.
me. You don't put on no sunblock, you gonna be outside. And she's 63. So that's from the decade that they was putting baby oil on and sitting outside and roasting in the sun. And you can't do that.
Or just raw dogging it with nothing on there, letting the sun burn their
Exactly.
skin up.
They was
You
putting the baby
know,
oil to tan. So that's even
yeah,
worse. Or
yeah,
they put nothing on. Yeah.
that baby oil will ruin your will burn your skin up like frying chicken or frying
Yep,
fish.
that's what they was doing. They was out there
And it
frying.
definitely is sun damage. Her skin looked bad. And then every time Derry, she was walking around with them short dresses on and them short shorts on. And I'm like, put on some pants, lay some leggings or something. It's like your legs look like little chicken bone legs, and they was I'm. I know I shouldn't talk about nobody, but it was just
Maybe they like her
it
little
was not
chopstick
cute.
legs,
But
child. But
yeah,
I liked
yeah.
her personality. Suzanne was
But her
outside, baby.
personality is nice. I'm just making fun of her now.
Yeah.
But her personality, she's an ophthalmologist. And look, this lady got bread. This
Mm-hmm.
lady got money. Okay, this ain't no sneeze bag when it comes to. She got that big house sitting on the lake, and then she
Mm-hmm.
got another house that's in Charleston, South Carolina. So she says she spent half the year in the house in Atlanta, and then another half the year down in Charleston. And
Child, I'm
and
trying
she
to
got
get like
money. She was an
Suzanne.
ophthalmologist, and she had it for over 20 something years. Her business, she sold her
Mm-hmm.
business, and then her husband, who passed, he made a lot of money. So,
Yep.
oh yeah, I bet you she's a multi-millionaire because the way she was. But she's very eclectic with the way she dressed, with them big clunky shoes, and every pair of shoes
It's
was a
funny
good
because
clunky heel.
her house is not that eclectic. Like her house is very calm, but her style of dress was
Her
she
style of
put
dressing,
everything
yeah,
on.
the bright red lipstick. Her
Like,
skin
give
looked
me a
like leather.
lipstick.
It did. I'm sorry, y'all. It did. It did. Shayna is hitting it right
That's
on
sun
her
damage.
head. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it definitely sun damage. Yes. Yeah, because she looked like 70, 75, really,
Yep.
But she's a widow. She was married for 27 years. She had 3 children with her husband, Chris. And then after Chris passed away, um, she said the rug was pulled from underneath her and she was dealing with
Yeah.
her grief and all that. So, let me see. She says she's a
Threw herself
self-proclaimed
into her
optimist
practice.
who
Mm-hmm.
leaves quite the impression with her big energy. She does
Mm-hmm.
her big energy, her big hair, and her bright colored lips. They were right with that. And they said she's ready to date again, and she jokes about looking for a Matthew McConaughey type. None of those men she picked look not like Matthew McConaughey. Okay, Matthew
Is that what she
McConaughey is
said? Okay.
that. Yeah, yeah, man. Remember she kept talking about Matthew McConaughey all through
Yeah,
the
but I
film.
thought the Matthew McConaughey had something to do with the whole podcast because Logan was telling her to like mix up the conversation and for
She
everything to
wanted
not
men
just
to look
be like
like that.
a
But she's
interview or
attracted
something
to
like
him, and
that. Oh, okay.
she's attracted to him, and I guess she want like somebody like that. Remember,
Oh,
just like the other guy, Greg wanted somebody to look like Jennifer Aniston. You know what I'm saying? So look, look. We all got out. Well, I might say I want somebody to look like um I don't know who, with it, Usher or something. I
Idris
mean,
Elba, Aldous
oh,
Hodge.
not Usher, not Usher, but
Give me
not
a good
like
old
Usher,
dark skinned man.
but like Idris Elba or something like that. But I
Hmm.
wouldn't but yeah, you might have a certain type in your head, but that you ain't gonna
Yeah,
always
I
get
for
that.
sure have a preference or a type, but
Hmm.
I frequently date outside of it. It's like it's not a deal breaker. It's not like
It's not
that's
a
my issue
deal.
with
It's not a
people
yeah.
that like
Only
they
deal
get
breaker for
so
me be
stuck
somebody
in that and they
light
only
skin.
date that. I don't do that.
Only deal breaker for me if he light skin. I ain't into light skin man. That's just me. Yeah,
That's not a deal breaker either.
yeah. I don't know. I
I'm
don't
not
know.
into light skin man either. But if
I ain't into
everything else
light
is
skin man.
lining up and that's the one thing that don't line up, I'm not gonna look past it just
Oh,
because
okay, yeah, okay. I ain't
you
gonna
know
go.
what I'm
Yeah, I
saying.
ain't gonna
So
judge him
that's
over
why I
his
say
skin. He can't help that he was light skinned. Okay, he can't help he ain't got no skin color.
take that boy outside in the sun, put some baby oil on him or
Right.
something.
Yeah, give him a tan. Yeah.
Just
Uh,
joking.
yeah, no. Well, yeah, it just depends. It just depends. But yeah, I like
Yeah,
her
it does.
personality too,
It
Shane.
does.
I agree. But she got to
Thanks.
get over that college football thing. That should not be no deal breaker. She would not look, y'all. She was into the Georgia Bulldogs, which was a college team, and she is like obsessed. She probably got season tickets. She's obsessed with the Georgia Bulldogs. And if you're not into the Georgia Bulldogs, she ain't really want to be bothered with you. So, oh, and this is her
And
daughter.
that's
I
not
forgot
really
what the
like a
daughter's
deal breaker.
name
I
was,
think
but that's her daughter.
Logan was trying to tell her that too. That's not like a deal breaker. Like
It
it's
should
not.
not be a deal breaker because somebody
Mhm.
could maybe grow to like your team. You have
And
to
at the end of the day, it wasn't because look who she picked, and he was a no Georgia Bulldogs
right.
fan. So.
Right. And then what if you okay? So if you're willing, if I'm into whatever I'm into, the person got to be willing to. I mean, I have to be willing to like what they like as well as they like what I like. I mean, they don't have to like it, but like so, if the man is not into the Georgia Bulldogs, she's cutting him off. I bet you she ain't gonna try to even be into his team. So I just think it's ridiculous. I mean, she was ridiculous. But yeah, so she had the first guy was Frank at the bottom drinking
Mhm.
out of the glass. He had two kids, like 14 to 16 or something like that. I
16
could
and
tell,
19, I
or
think.
something like that, yeah. And whatever, they were teenagers. She didn't want to be bothered with no kids. I get that part.
But that's
That
how
might
you
be
know she full of ish. I felt her on that one too. But if you
a-
like who you like, regardless.
yeah,
Go ahead.
because Avery got a child. Okay,
Avery got a
yes,
foot. Avery was the one with the 14-year-old,
yeah. So the Avery is
and
on
don't
the,
like the
the
Georgia
right hand side.
Bulldogs.
Avery's on the right hand side, and he's into his football team is the Alabama team, college team. But I think that she, the personality is what got her, what she liked.
Exactly. That's what I'm
But
saying. That's why it's not a deal breaker. If you can look past all the other stuff, it's not a deal breaker.
yeah, the rules do bend for your type. Yeah, that is true.
Thank you. That's
Um,
that part, Shayna.
right, right.
Because she
And
was
then
twisting it.
the guy up top is named Jeff. He was more calm. And I think
That's why.
because
That's
she's
who she
turned
should have
up,
gone with.
she should get somebody who's more calm. Because
Yeah.
if two people are both turned up together, sometimes you end up clashing. I ain't saying it don't work out for everybody, but a lot of times
Yeah.
you end up butting heads. I think sometimes you need a yin to your yang, as they people say. Is that you need somebody that's if you're
To balance
hyper,
you
you need
out.
somebody to balance you out. Thank you. Like a seesaw. Like you know what I'm saying? Like a
Hmm.
you need somebody to balance you out. Yeah, like a scale. You
Hmm.
know? Yeah, it's not balanced like that because like
Yeah.
these two, Avery and her, were turned up. I mean, look, oh, she didn't even know that man, but she just met that man. She'd had the man up in her house, all up in her kitchen and
She
sitting
took
up in her
him to
furniture.
the Georgia Bulldogs game. That's why I
Okay,
said
I can take you to the
all these
game.
deal breakers was not deal breaking though.
I can take you to the game, but you ain't coming up in my house. I
Yeah.
just met you. You know,
She
go
should
on,
have
because
been with Jeff is who she should have been with, but
Jeff up top.
she didn't
Yeah.
want Jeff. She want
And when I
Avery's old
saw
crazy
Jeff, he
behind.
reminded me of two people. First person I thought was Michael McDonald, the singer from the Doobie Brothers. I thought of
Oh,
him.
okay.
He looked like him. And then also, it's a white man that y'all don't know him. He worked with me. He's a therapist that work where I work at, and he looks like that. The white silver hair and the white goatee and all that. I just thought about this. And so, and the man I'm talking about, his name is George, but he don't act nothing like that other George. He don't act nothing. Well, that I know of. I don't know. I just work with him. I don't know how he is in his personal life. But yeah, he reminded me of a guy I work with when I saw Jeff. Um, she didn't like. Oh, you meant well. She must mean Jeff, right? And wasn't willing to budge. Like, what's she talking about? She didn't like. Wasn't willing to budge. Like. Oh, shit, like Susie. Oh yeah, I think she meant she did. Now Frank was a no go right at the beginning, but Jeff she did.
Frank was cool. She kind of just wrote Frank off for them kids, and she said he was short. Wasn't nothing wrong with Frank either, but I thought Jeff was
Yeah,
her
no, Frank. Look, all three of these men were nice guys, so it wasn't like there was nothing wrong with any of them.
golf.
But I think um.
That's what she meant. She didn't like golf and wasn't willing
Oh,
to go.
oh yeah, because he played golf.
Right.
Frank played golf, and he spends
You
hours
didn't have to
playing
go play
golf. And you
golf
know
with
what I
that
would
man.
do? Look, my dude played golf and he goes play golf with his sons. And I'll be like, see y'all,
How about
see y'all later. He goes to play
he go?
golf. I don't go with them, they go play golf and they
Yeah,
be
exactly.
playing golf. So I don't, I be here at home or I be
Let
doing
that
something else.
man go play golf and you go to your Georgia Bulldogs game. How about that? See how
That's
that
what I'm
works out?
saying. That's what I'm saying. He does
See how
not
that
have to go with you always. And he might can come sometimes to the game, but he
right.
don't have to be at all the games.
Exactly.
So
It's
yeah, so
okay to do things separately. It's all right.
she was ridiculous, and I was kind of leery about Avery because he was asking her at the end, just toward the end of the thing, so you want to get married, and I don't know. It was
Yeah.
just like
I saw
I
people
just
on
don't think he
social
could.
media that was speculating he might have been, looking for
You,
a sugar friend. I can't even say
yeah,
sugar mama because I don't know that I can't remember his age, but
I think he's around her age group. I think he's the
okay.
same
So
age
you
group,
looking for
like
a sugar
60 something.
friend.
A sugar friend, yeah, sugar foot. That's right. Like yeah, he looking for somebody to, yeah, because he see, look at that big home she has. She
Like
then
you
she got
said, I would have
another
never let
house.
you come see my house like that.
She got a second house and she got a boat. She live on the lake, y'all,
Yeah,
and
she live on the lake.
she got a boat. Hey, 69, you be having yourself today? Because I know you be cutting up. How you doing, Monique? um, yeah, I think that's what made me toward the end of this. I said, my
Yeah.
antennas went up over top of my head. Like I think that
And I don't know if
he
he
might have.
started there, but maybe once he saw that house and everything, he was like, "Ooh, this is nice."
Yeah, let me get up. Right, right. I mean, a boat. You're sitting on the lake. You also have another house. She likes to travel around the world. She got bread. She has
Yeah, I'm
money.
trying to get like
So
Suzanne, child. Hmm.
you know, I'm telling you, girl, we scratching and surviving good times right now. So,
Dude, I aspire.
um,
I ain't gonna put all them crazy clothes on, but everything else
oh man, all them glitter. What about that one dress that looked like a flapper's
with
dress? It
the
was pink,
fringe.
and it
Hmm.
was yeah, and
Or this corduroy one with the buttons. I said, "Is that corduroy with the buttons?"
oh, she was. I mean, the big clunky shoe. Like where she and the jean. Once she had a pair of jeans on with they was like bell bottoms. I mean, she was just doing a lot. But
I don't know.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with being eclectic and different. I don't know where she getting her
No,
clothes from. What website she getting her stuff from?
I don't know. They got like a senior's fashion over something over
I
there.
don't know. Yeah, maybe or unless she making it herself. Maybe she sew her own
Could
clothes.
be.
Um, and yeah, her
They
clothes could be
probably were.
expensive. Her clothes could be expensive for all we know.
They probably were.
Just
It just
because
was not
something
my
is
style
ugly
of
don't
dress.
mean it ain't expensive. Because a lot of the designer shit sometimes do be ugly, and it be thousands of dollars for a damn shirt. So, um, so she's stuck in the 70s. Um, it should have come with a big bag. Yeah, she do
Okay,
dress
that's
like the
true.
70s or maybe yeah, something like that. I agree with that. She
Clunky
looks she's stuck in.
heels.
Yeah, it definitely was 70s. Yeah, her and Pam. Her and
Mm-hmm.
Pam was stuck in 70s. So here we get to Pam. Now, Pam is the oldest of everybody, of all six participants. She's 70 years old. She's retired, former flight attendant. Pam has a big personality. She does. She's another one, like sort of like her and Suzanne could be friends because they just blah, 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 and
No,
just
they
talk
talk too much.
nonstop. She's been twice married and twice widowed. Both of her husbands died. She's raising her, well, not raising because she's grown now, but her granddaughter Zoe, she
Mm-hmm.
raised her because the parents, they didn't get into the reasons why, but obviously they
Right.
wasn't in the picture and or couldn't do it. So she raised her granddaughter Zoe, but now Zoe's about to go off and get married. Remember she mentioned that. They live in the rural countryside outside of Atlanta. So she's up in the mountains. Like she's up in the woods.
Yeah,
Like she
she in the
said she don't even get
boondocks.
internet service up there. Like she said her internet service don't even work good up there. And so her first husband Steve was a rock musician. Look, and he you can clearly see he was a rock musician because one, he knew the Beatles. She was friends with them, and then also too, she all them gold albums on the wall. So he was somebody. I probably had to look the man up to see if I
I would
even
have to look
heard
him
his
up. I
music.
wasn't familiar with him. Hmm.
And I know the names or know the music of a lot of the old school rock music. So it's because I like all kind of music, so I listen to all kind of stuff. But however, I just didn't don't know his face. But I think he was like a guitar player, so he could have been somebody in the band.
Right.
He might not have been like a lead singer person. So um, but anyway, so both her husbands that she had two husbands, both of them passed away. Now this lady here, she was going on her first date. Now I put the question mark because I forgot the ball. What's the bald head man name? I forgot his name, y'all. Tell me somebody in the
Oh,
chat.
child, I don't know.
I didn't write it down. And I was going on my memory too. I was going on my memory. I knew about Paul and Dwight, but I forgot the bald head man name. But look, on that date, that was her first date with the bald head man with the glass. And she just ran off the mouth. The man said she didn't even ask me nothing about myself. You said Pam was a hot mess. She was,
She
I don't say
was.
mess.
She was
She
a little
was
bit of a
something.
mess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was something. She was something.
But it was like the granddaughter said. She said, I'm not saying she needs to date somebody my age, but she needs that type of spirit. And that's exactly kind of what she needed. Because
I mean,
this
I don't.
first, this first one wasn't it. And then she was nervous
No,
and she just
no.
was.
And then she gonna sit there and say to that first man, "Oh, yeah, both my husbands died, so you still want to date me anyway?" I'm like, "Dang, gone. Like, how you doing? You don't even know the man's name, nothing. You as soon as you sit down, you just start telling both my husbands died. You know, so that
She
was
said
a
I'm
no
over
go.
four
We
too,
knew
child.
that didn't. But she was nervous. She hadn't been out on a date in
She
over
was.
15 or 20 years. No, at least 20 years because her last husband died. It was 21 years back. So then she had Paul. Paul was 62, never been married, no kids. He was a singer songwriter. Um, they had good conversation, but I didn't think they were no match either. No, I see Paul was somebody a little younger, like maybe in his
Yeah.
their 50s, 40s or 50s. I see Paul was somebody
Not
younger.
40s. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, maybe because
Did I
you
say
know this
that?
man be one of younger woman. You know
I
these men be
know.
one of younger, yeah. And I said, but at least about 50. I at least see him with somebody 50. But I didn't see them. And she just looked, and her hair was terrible. She needs to go to the beauty parlor instead of, I could tell she cutting her own bang. It did look bad. I was telling the girlfriend of mine about, she looked, she was cutting her own bangs. Her hair looked fried. When her granddaughter was flat ironing her hair, it looked like it's fried, like she had a good conditioner on it. I was just noticing little stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, go to the beauty parlor and let them deep
That's because
condition
she
your hair.
retired and living in the woods. Like she just out there
Yeah, but
chilling in her little time capsule of a house with all
right,
the
right.
mementos to her husbands.
When she went out with the black man up top named Dwight,
White.
and Dwight knew that they was and it wasn't about the being interracial. They just wasn't compatible, but they ended up
It was
being
cool. It
good
was good
friends.
friend. Yeah.
And I think that's what she needed. I believe that they didn't say this. This is just what I was believing. You and I talked about this. I think Pam would just needing an outlet. Both her husbands died. Her
Yep.
granddaughter, who she raised, is now getting ready to get married. So she's leaving the home. She's going to be up there in the woods, in the mountains by herself with all her animals, dogs and birds. And her granddaughter probably wanted her to just get out and meet people and have fun. So
Yeah, exactly.
this was a good experiment for a good situation for Pam because she had a chance to just
It
get
was.
out.
She just needed to get out there
She needed to get out and meet friends.
and
And
make
then turns
friends.
out
Yeah.
the
Because
white
with
had
with the
a
granddaughter was getting
business.
married, I think she was afraid she was going to be by herself.
Right, absolutely, yeah. And Dwight ended up having a transportation business like a
A little,
like
little Taurus,
like what you call it, like a
a little
van,
Taurus, little tour bus.
yeah, tour bus thing, yeah, yeah. And so he takes people out on tours. I think it's all kind of like transportation type thing. But anyway, he she ended up now going and start working for him. Now she got something to do because at the end of this she said now she got a reason to get up every day because now she has a job. She does not she need the money and she don't need a job. She needed something to do.
It was funny because she said that on a date. He was like, "You want to work for me?" She's like, "Yeah." He's like, "You mean you want to work with me?"
Yeah, because he
It
got
was
this
like, "Yeah."
transportation services and probably like it might be like limousines and tour buses and all kind of
Right.
stuff and do trips and all kinds. So she's a person who gets on the bus and with a microphone and tour guide type of thing. And she was a world traveler because she
Yes.
was a flight attendant on
Mm-hmm.
private planes and jets and stuff. And she's traveled the world. And so she got a great personality and she loved to dance. You saw when her and all the other singers was up in that little bar dancing and having a good time. So um Darius said she needs to join 2024 because the house was like a shrine too.
It
You know
was.
how that even Logan said that how her home was like a shrine. So no, did she get a love connection out of this? No, but
I don't
I
think she
think she
needed
got
one
good,
though.
and I don't think she needed one. I don't think not saying that 70 you can't be in love, but I think what
Right.
it was she needed to get out and just meet people and have a purpose. she was starting to shrink. You know what I mean? And now her just probably the
Yeah,
most
if she
laughing,
found somebody,
smiling
it would
she's
have been
done.
cool, but she just really needed to get out.
Yeah. And I don't think she was caring about meeting nobody. I think she wanted to just get out. Now, anyway,
Yeah.
I think this was great for her. This was not a negative. This was a plus.
No,
I just couldn't think. I couldn't think. I put the question marks. I couldn't think of the gentleman's name. But shout out to him.
I think they all
But
had good experiences, whether they found somebody or not. I will say that, and I think
she
they
do
learned.
look younger than Suzanne.
She
She's
does.
70, and she did look a lot better than Suzanne, who's 62. I mean 63. She definitely looked younger and looked better than Suzanne. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, much better. So um, then we go to Greg. Now Greg, he's an interesting guy. He kind of screwed things up for him on his own self. Really, Greg is 61. His occupation is a construction business
He's
owner.
another one like Pam that I didn't really understand why he was out there dating like that. But
He was on the dating apps and
oh
everything.
well,
So Greg was divorced twice. He has two sons. One of his sons has cerebral palsy, and I did like the sons.
yes,
Um, I like like I said, the family or friends were involved in this. Mostly everybody had family except for Nate. Um,
yes.
well, Nate's daughter got him. You know, just so she showed
Two
her face.
seconds.
2 seconds, yeah. So he been single for 12 years. Says that both marriages ended for different stressful reasons. I wonder if anything to do with the son, with the cerebral palsy, but
Probably,
because who you date, they got to be able to take on that.
absolutely.
And because remember now, just because he's an adult, he's always going to need 24-hour
Hmm.
care all the time.
Exactly.
He can't do for himself. So who you date got to be able to be okay with that. They said he gave up the dating apps because he was getting discouraged with the dating apps. He was getting discouraged. And he said physical attraction was an important element in relationships. I mean, look,
Come on, Greg. Don't tell
he
no
he looked
lies.
he looked handsome right here, but some of the pictures in the dating app, he was looking like a grizzly bear. His beard was all
Yeah,
out
because it
here,
wasn't
and
wasn't one- either Logan or one of the sons like you need to take some of these pictures off of here.
yeah, Logan said that. Yeah, and the way his eyes was looking, he was looking kind of crazy.
Yeah. So let's
Yeah,
have somebody else have the kids put these pictures up here for you because you are not good at this.
yeah, no, he put the wrong pictures. And if you're on a dating app, you got to put the best pictures of yourself, not the
Yes.
ones when you ain't had a haircut and a shave in a long time. But he must have gotten himself together and went and got his hair cut and everything, got his beard trimmed up for the show because
Right.
the top picture, he looked pretty decent. He looked good up there.
Yes.
Um, yeah, so this guy was a nice guy, nothing negative to say about him. He just fumbled the ball with this
Yeah.
lady. Okay, now I know we had
He was
Sherry,
being picky too.
but what's this lady with the bathing suit name? That's why I put the question mark. Do y'all remember her name? Was it Angela or something like that? Or I
No.
could
What
never
was that
remember her
lady's
name, and I didn't
name?
go back and get her name. But he fumbled the ball with her because it seemed like she was a nice lady. They seemed like they had things in common. They like to do outdoorsy things. They were out there on the boat and
Mama was
water
out there in her
skiing.
bikini. I said, well.
I know, and she was like around his age, right? About 60 or something like that. She was
Mhm.
doing it. I said, go ahead, sister, with them big tata. She was getting it, I ain't mad at her. I'm not mad at her. She and she seemed fun loving. She seemed like she liked to do adventurous stuff, and that's what he said he liked. He's
Yes.
an outdoors guy. But because of the fact she lived an hour and a half, almost 2 hours away, and he didn't want to be that Atlanta traffic. I talked to my best
Kelly?
friend who
Is it
lives.
Kelly?
Maybe it's Kelly. It might be. It might be Kelly. I don't know why I said Angela. But
Mm.
anyway, I was talking to my best friend who lived in the Atlanta area, and her and I laughed about that. I said, "Girl, yeah, y'all traffic down there ain't no joke." So I can understand in a little bit. It shouldn't have been a
And I think
deal
Denise,
breaker.
that was a
Shouldn't have been a
problem.
deal breaker, but I understand this
Right.
comment on it. But the traffic in Atlanta, you might be sitting in traffic for an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Yeah, we would have to be spending the weekends in one location or another because we're not gonna be doing all that driving back and forth on a daily
Not back
basis.
and forth, but like I see you every weekend. Either one
Every
weekend,
weekend, either you
like
coming to me, I'm
yeah,
going to you.
the first weekend of the month, you come to my house, or maybe
Yep.
do every other weekend or something like that.
Exactly.
And then the next one, I
I
come to
come to
yours.
you. Yep.
Yeah, but it's not.
Exactly.
I be there on Friday, leave Monday morning, or something to that degree. But
I
there's
think her
no
niece
way.
was saying that was also an issue with her and Willie too, was that they didn't live close to each other. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't
in
remember that,
addition
but
to not, you know.
well, it wouldn't have worked with him anyway. Just he
Listen,
was
it
he
might have. They could have figured something out. If you spend more time together, you might be able to. Well, I guess 6 months.
he wasn't trying to like nobody. He was but Greg, I think
No, I'm talking about
Greg.
Willie.
Willie. I was thinking
Willie,
about
her
Nate.
niece
Oh,
and
I'm
Willie.
sorry.
No, not Nate.
Oh,
Willie.
Willie. Oh,
They
they
could
didn't
have
live near each other.
found
Okay.
some
Well,
more.
maybe that was one of the. She didn't say in that interview what the deal breakers were, what happened, but she said they gave it a go for about 6 months. So, but this guy
All right, maybe it
Greg,
was when I watched.
this guy Greg. So he had Sherry, the lady with the glasses and the blonde hair here.
Mm-hmm.
She's a world traveler. She had adopted a couple of children one from South Africa, another one from who was it, India or something on where
Something like
she'd been
that.
on or something like that. But she asked him. So it started off with great conversation
Right.
initially, like, "Hey, how you doing?" But then after a while, the conversation went flat, and she asked him. This was part I thought when I knew they wasn't compatible. She said, "What's the most exotic place?" Or not exotic. She said exotic. What's the
What's the best
best
place
place
or
you
your
ever?
favorite
The
place
best
or
place you ever
something?
traveled? He said Montana. She said, "Well, I done traveled. My favorite places is Turkey and South Africa. That don't compare to Montana to most people, but maybe for him it
Yeah.
does. I'm not gonna, down Montana, but I'd rather go to
Yeah, they
South
were in two
Africa than to go to Montana. So
they were in two
and
different spaces. I think that's what that
that's
issue
what she
was.
said. It wasn't a
Mhm.
bad date. It just was. She said, "Look, he's a nice guy. He's just not for me. We live two different lives." She seemed like the way she dressed and looked, she seemed like a world traveler, a little more
Yes.
sophisticated. He's a
Mm-hmm.
guy who like he is sitting on his
Homebody.
boat,
Mm-hmm.
homebody, like outdoorsy. Like what do you say? He like camping and all this stuff. She's not doing that stuff.
Yeah.
You can't see this
Mm-mm.
lady. She was very sophisticated, coming in with her heels. She not. She's not about to be doing the camping and all that.
She
But
like
this
me.
lady,
Take
but
me
Kelly or
glamping
whatever her
in
name is, she
my
wouldn't have
house.
done it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm no, I can do it, but I'm not sitting out. I'm not sleeping on no ground. I could be in an
No.
RV,
Yeah,
or like
that's as
you
far
said,
as
the
I go.
glamping thing. Got to be,
Mhm. And a
yeah.
cottage.
I'm not getting a sleeping bag and
I
sleeping
can do an
for.
RV too, depending on how long I have to stay in there. We can't do an RV for long periods of time, but
No, 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 no. I mean, 1, 2 night, maybe
yeah,
one or two nights.
two
That's it. By the
days.
second night, I'm done with it. Yeah, maybe by
Exactly.
the second night, but not no multiple
Now we
nights.
get a little cabin, we could talk about it.
A cabin or a luxury RV, a
Yeah.
nice luxury RV, not a Winnebago, not no, not the thing that not the RV that the what's the Candy guy on the movie we just watched, National Lampoon's Christmas.
Yes, Lord, not
Was it
that.
Ed? What was his name?
That
Ed. And he came with
little
that
clunker.
nasty, dirty RV. No, we not. It ain't gonna be in that. It ain't gonna be that. It would have to be a very nice luxury RV or a cabin. Inga
Yeah.
ain't about to sit. Inga slash Ginger Snaps. Neither one of us is not gonna lay on the ground with the bugs and the snakes and a bear come crawling around and nothing. No. No, I ain't. And I can go for hikes and stuff outside. I can go do picnic outside. I can do that. But when it's time to go lay down and go to the bathroom and stuff, it got to be something indoors. Yeah, we ain't going about to get no roll toilet paper and go up in the bushes. Only way I'm doing that, I got to be stranded, and I'm trying to get, so I got to be stranded, and they ain't got no other choices. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it's like, Care, look, we stranded on the side of the road, but I gotta go to the bathroom.
Right.
Girl,
I gotta
wash
make it
my
do what
back.
it do.
Girl, wash my
Mm-hmm.
back, yeah, and give me some tissues out your pocketbook. But see, that's survival. That's survival. That's a
Right.
different thing. You voluntarily go sleep on the ground? No, not
No,
me.
not
Yeah,
at
not
this
me.
age.
Not at this age. I didn't want to do it when I was young, so I know I want to do it as
I
grown.
didn't either. I did it. I was a
I
Girl Scout.
have
I
me
did
too.
it,
I've
but
gone camping. Yeah, I've gone
yeah.
camping before. Yeah. Yeah, they lived, like Derry said, they lived different experiences
Yes,
over their
vastly
life.
different.
So it was just, it wasn't bad, and that's how life is. You ain't gonna, oh, the first person you see is, it's not gonna always be great.
And
You know what
that's
I
what
mean?
I liked about this show. It's very realistic. Everything is not,
Mhm.
sun. Even though it was a nice, cool, and calm, everything is not sunshine and roses. Everything doesn't work out, and we got to
Right.
see all
I
those little
agree.
things. So
I agree. I agree. I definitely agree. So nothing really worked out. Because so did he date a third person?
no, it was just the two of them, and then he doubled back to the one in the bikini, but she was
But
had moved
yeah,
on.
and she moved on because now I did like if this was one of these other crazy reality shows, they would not have apologized to the lady, but he texted her and sort of gave an apology because he cut her off so quickly without.
Quick, yeah.
Yeah, and like Logan said, the coach, she said, how do you know if the lady wouldn't have been willing, if once y'all relationship blossomed,
Right.
she wouldn't have been willing to move closer, you know? She's a dental hygienist or something, right? You can do that everywhere.
Hmm.
You can do that everywhere. A dental assistant or something, she said, you can do that everywhere. And so that's
And it
one thing about
depends.
when you're
Some
in the
people,
medical field.
even though they're older, some people are more willing to like rip and run. So she might have been a person that don't mind, driving down there or sitting in traffic or whatever.
She
Maybe
didn't
it
even
don't
give him a
bother.
chance. She didn't give him.
Yeah.
I mean, not
Mm-mm.
she. I mean, he did not
Didn't give
give
her
her
a
a chance.
chance.
Yeah.
No.
So that was the end of that with her with him. Now, y'all, this is the last one here. Lori,
All
we
right,
got a
not
lot to
too
say
much
about
on
Lori.
Miss Lori. Okay, I like
Yeah,
Miss Lori.
I like Lori too. Like I actually like everybody except George. I like everybody. I
Yes,
really
I
did.
did too.
Like I don't have nothing bad to say about anybody except for George. I like them all.
Well, Nate, because Nate was being
Oh
picky.
well, I mean, they got on my nerve. I didn't hate
He
him or
wasn't
nothing.
awful,
Oh,
but the
I'm sorry,
pickiness
my
was
earpiece.
frustrating me
Okay.
because I said, why are we
I
even
didn't
on this
hate him or
show?
anything, but he just got on, he got on our
Right,
nerves.
exactly.
But
Yeah.
Lori, 57, her occupation is a behavior coach and media correspondent. Um, so she been divorced, mother to son Sean and daughter Kennedy. So she been single for 15 years. She said in her in the show that she had
Mm,
a very bad divorce. So I think that's what, and I will
yeah.
do it. If you had a bad divorce, that will turn you off from being with somebody.
Hmm.
That will definitely turn you off. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay, okay. That would definitely turn you away from wanting to date or even talk that, because you're still trying to. It take a while, particularly for women. And I'm not. I'm sure it happens to men, but it took
Yeah.
for women to really move on after a nasty divorce. But she says she lives a double life. By day, she's a student behavior coach, and by night, she's a celebrity correspondent at media events and press junkets. So she's down in Atlanta. Seems like everybody down in Atlanta know her,
Right.
and she does all the little things. So she might be on the red carpet with Tyler Perry and all those people down there. So she rubs
Hmm.
elbows with famous people on the red carpet. Um,
Seen your the picture with her and your homeboy, Pastor Jamal Bryant.
and oh yeah, these her her kids right there. Um, look, okay, y'all already know how Ginger Snaps be thinking. Derry and Candy already know how Ginger Snaps be thinking. Because I said that. Didn't I tell you that days ago when you and I was talking? I
You
said,
did.
so these were her dates. And I didn't put their names on it, but I remember Felton. Felton is the guy with the hat. And it wasn't really a date because he wasn't trying to
He
date her.
made her a date. That was part of the problem. She came on the show, and I think when she came on the show, she wasn't really open to meeting people. She kind of, to me, she came on the show because she wanted Logan to give her advice on how to get this man Felton. That's how I felt about it. So
Bingo.
she really
Ding, ding,
wasn't
ding, ding,
trying to
ding, ding.
be that
You got it
open.
on the head. You hit it on the head. You hit it on the head. I forgot this first guy's name. Up
Ty.
at the, what was his
It
name?
was Ty.
Ty. That's it. Yeah, Ty. I was thinking something like that, but no, I think that's wrong. Yeah, Ty.
And Ty
She
had
said,
Ty
I
had
think,
ghosted her.
and I should have had the picture flipped the other way, because where they looking at each other. But anyway, that She said, I know you from somewhere. And she couldn't remember. But then when he gives his phone number to her, she put the number in the phone. And then boom, his number popped up
Busted.
because she knew him from Plenty of Fish. That's a dating app. And
Yes.
somebody, was it you to say that's a Christian dating app?
Yeah, I think it's a Christian dating app. Don't get me the line,
Okay.
but I think so.
Shayna know what it is. I know Shayna on all the dating apps.
Shayna gonna get you. Shayna gonna get you.
Shayna gonna kick my butt. Shayna gonna kick my butt. I would behave myself.
You,
Shayna on all the dating apps, y'all. Look her up. But anyway, okay, now this glasses are fine for work, but not for a more feminine. She should have had
another pair.
Another pair, because it was. I agree with Logan. It was like a mask. The glasses was this big, covering her face.
I love them glasses though, but yeah,
I like the glasses, but I think
too much for dating.
Yeah, I think she could have multiple pairs.
Okay, she said it's not Christian. It's not Christian Mingle. There's another one that's a Christian dating app. Doesn't have Christian.
No, I didn't think you're. I'm just teasing, Shane. You know I'm teasing you, girl. And if you were dating apps, ain't no thing. You a single woman, so shit ain't no big deal if you was.
She laughing at you.
I'm just having fun. Ain't nothing wrong with because one of my girlfriends be on dating apps, and she go out with people. Sometimes it work, or sometimes it don't. One of my girlfriends do it. One of them doing Match.com right now. So
yeah, one of my friends is married to somebody she met on. I think it was Match. Don't give me the line. But yeah, they still married.
Okay, wait a minute. What do we say here? What do we say about Lori? I like Lori. She needs to get over that crush. Look, the man Felton, the man with the turquoise or green, whatever color that is, hat. The glasses. He don't want her. He do not want her. He might want Nate. Okay, he might want Nate. He do not want her, and ain't nothing wrong with that if that's what he want. But he don't want her. He look at her as a friend, like a home girl, a sister friend, that type.
Who was calling him? Somebody was calling him the Timu Willie.
Wow.
I said, oh Lord.
Look, she had a stylist for her birthday party and wore a t-shirt.
She sure did.
Well, maybe it was an expensive t-shirt. Maybe it was high end.
Maybe it was, but still.
Maybe it was Dolce & Gabbana or something like that. It's a high-end t-shirt. I don't know. She said, I went on Plenty of Fish around 2016. There's nothing godly about that app. Oh Lord, okay. Okay.
Look, maybe because it's plenty of fish and abundance in the Bible. Maybe that's where my brain is going, child. But yeah.
So right away. Oh yeah, she didn't like Ty because the white t-shirts. They reminded of her uncles and her father, grandfather, and all that. The white t-shirt, you can fix that. But you can help him take him out to the mall. Take him and show him how to, dress. But she said, I don't want to have to fix nobody. I don't want to have to train you to do nothing. And I get that part too, because once you've been through some bull crap and now the next time
must have done with that last husband, I guarantee. I feel like we upgraded this husband and his husband done ran off with somebody else. That's how I feel. Now I could be wrong, and don't come for me because I like Auntie Lori.
Don't come for us.
Although she more
Lori,
like,
if you're listening,
like sister Lori, because we're not that far apart in age. But yeah.
Well, it just didn't work out, so we just never saw Ty again. And Martin is 55, never been married. Martin,
once I put that phone number in and you had ghosted me, there's no further conversation to be had.
There's no further conversation because you had ghosted her, so that's why it's nothing to talk about today. Martin, she knew him too because he goes to Jamal Bryant Church, Newburgh.
That's what I was saying. You see your homeboy, Pastor Jamal Bryant.
So, and he's studying to be a deacon or something. He said so. He might be a womanizer like Jamal Bryant
too. Anise, I think Anise goes to Pastor Bryant's church too.
Oh yeah, a lot of people go there because remember that used to be Eddie Long Church. You know Eddie Long with his stuff he
Mhm.
had going on. That was before he passed away. They said he had cancer, but I don't believe that. I think it was something else. But anyway, there was one of them alphabet letters. But I rest in peace to him. Um, but but they don't nobody talk about him no more. They just like because
Mm-mm.
he was an embarrassment. So anyway, they went to like what pottery or something, right? Not pottery,
Candle making.
candle making,
Mhm.
yeah. But she ended up inviting him to her birthday party, and
Begrudgingly. She didn't want to, but she bought it up. And so then she had to invite him. He said, I'd
right,
love to go. She was like,
but she said, "Well, he get to see how I mingle and socialize and blah blah blah," and I think she needs somebody that's calm. She's another one that's like Pam or like Suzanne, that you're turned up. So why do you want a man who's turned up too? Y'all gonna end up fighting. Y'all gonna have a clash somewhere.
You
I
got
think you
that
do need
strong
somebody
black
that's more
woman badge
calm.
of honor.
It's like Heavenly, Dr. Heavenly with Damon. You
Yes.
need somebody that
Balance.
if Damon was turned up and run his mouth and scream and curse and all that like she do, they would not probably work out. I mean, I could be wrong on this, but I just think you need a balance.
The chances
You
of it
know,
working are not as high as the nice balance.
a strong masculine man, yeah, who can soften her, yeah. And
Yeah.
these dudes both seem intimidated by her, Ty and Martin. Now, but she
Maybe if
loved
we could get
Felton.
Martin on camera. Sometimes people be fronting for the camera too. I like Martin, but yeah.
Oh yeah, and the son saying he wouldn't date her, and he said that she was toxic. Maybe he told that to the her toxic
Yeah.
ways or something. He said, yeah. I mean, if I want to get it quoted right, he said somebody her toxic ways. I said, dang on. So she says she's still doing
Which is
therapy.
not fair because I was gonna say she's probably still healing from that last marriage. And sometimes you keep things from your kids.
And
So maybe
healing take a long time, even though it's been
he's
15
not
years.
privy to what
Healing take
she
a
went
long
through.
time.
So you calling it
Yeah, we
toxic
don't
and
know.
you calling it
We don't know
bitter
what
and
she's
you
been
don't
through.
really
It could have been
understand.
abuse, anything. It could have
Right.
been physical, mental,
And
financial,
he
all
may
kinds
not
of different
know.
abuse. And
And he may not know. So if he
he just
doesn't
turned
know,
20. He just turned
22.
22. Yeah, we saw him on that interview. He just turned 22. So he was probably a child 15 years ago. Okay, he was a child 15 years ago. So probably don't know. A lot of times we hide stuff from our kids, and they don't know the real deal until they get older, and then we start telling
Although I
them the
feel,
truth.
yeah, I was gonna say 20 because my oldest is 22 and it's about the same thing. Me and his father separated around like 5 or 6. So yeah.
Oh, well then he don't know. He might think dad a superhero for all he know. He don't probably know.
Not by 2022, he shouldn't still be thinking that though. But this show was like what, 2 years ago? But even still, 20?
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. I mean, but maybe he don't really know all the ins and outs, but he knows his mother though. She is she's like a handful. She
Yeah.
seemed like a handful. Remember they had to put the timer on to tell her to be
Yeah.
quiet for 5 minutes, and she couldn't even do that. She might have made it 1 or 2 minutes. She could not make it through the whole 5 minutes without talking and interrupting and talking for Sean. You know, Logan asking Sean questions and and Kennedy questions, and she couldn't keep her mouth closed. I mean, just for 2 seconds. She better been in that kitchen and snapping them beans. She was making them string beans. She was in there, she was in there making some green beans. Look, I like Lori, but she was a lot. She was a lot. And but Felton, she went on this date and she got confirmation. He didn't say he gay. That's what I'm feeling. But she said but he just made it clear that he just like her as a friend. She got confirmation on it, so she was disappointed, but it is what it is, and then they could just be friends. Yeah, pass the beans like we used to do. That's right. Oh yeah, she needs something to balance her out. Yeah, so who got three of them like that, right? We got Suzanne, Pam, and Lori, who just needs somebody to balance them out. And I don't think Pam need nobody really. She just need friends. But
No.
but Suzanne
There's
and this
some good
lady here,
buddies to hang out with.
yeah,
Which I
yeah.
feel like is her location because she was saying it sounds like she has friends, but she said nobody want to drive out there. So even if
Okay,
you
is
meet some new
she's
people,
57, so she not
you
she
don't know
still
out
probably
there.
want to have a companion. But people,
Yeah.
you ain't too old to still have
No,
somebody.
she's like the youngest woman, right, Lori? I think Lori was the
What
youngest.
was Nate? Is it 61?
56, maybe. Well, I'm talking about out of the women.
Oh, 50. Okay.
56.
Yeah, out of the women, she was the youngest. Yeah. 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 So, and like her, and definitely Nate and her wouldn't have worked out. I'm glad
Oh
they ain't try to
no.
hook them together. That would have not have worked out. So, y'all, that was about it. This show was just cute. I
I liked
enjoyed
it.
it. Yeah, I enjoyed it, and I'm ready for a season 2 if the ratings is good. And this was executive produced by Michelle Obama. So
Yes.
she said, "The hell with that politics stuff." She getting into the dating game and and all kinds of stuff. She
She's doing
trying
a
to
little
marry people
rally
together.
TV.
She doing the reality shows or doing. She doing. Look, she might come out with a cartoon, anything instead of doing political stuff. Look, she said, "Look, y'all done drug me out my bed to come out there on the circuit, and y'all suckers didn't even go to the polls and vote, or y'all voted for the wrong person." So, or she said, "Look, don't even bother me no more, okay? I got other stuff going on. I don't blame
Hmm.
you. Yeah, the only
Yeah, I'm
involved with that
looking forward to what her
political stuff."
next project is because they've done a couple of things on Netflix
No,
already, and I
her and
definitely
Barack got a deal with Netflix,
right.
and they
That's what
supposed
I
to
said.
produce a lot of things. They've done a couple of
Yeah,
documentaries already,
yeah.
so yeah,
That's what I was saying.
so,
I'm excited to see what they do next, and I hope this gets a season 2 like the end of next year.
right, right,
Because it
right.
sounds like they
Yeah,
haven't got, well, we don't know that they've gotten one or recording, and this was like 2 years ago. So I'm hoping
yeah,
maybe
they could
between
be
now
doing
and
more. Yeah. So
end
we
of
had
next year we can
we had
get
black,
season
we had
2.
white people here. We need a Latino and we need an Asian, and maybe an Indian.
Mm-hmm.
We just need that way we have all the rainbow and maybe a gay
Yeah,
couple too, gay people. So that way we have a little bit of everybody. You know what I'm saying?
for sure.
Because I took something from everybody. I
Mm-hmm.
took something of the information. I'm saying the information. I took
Yes.
something from everybody, and I think that's what it was really about. It's not like Ready to Love or the mothers. You know what
Love
I'm
is
saying? Love is
blind.
blind, nothing
Mm-hmm.
like that. Yeah, because they already been there, done that. Most of them been married 2 or 3 times, so they wasn't looking to talk about. Now, if you get married, you get married, but they wasn't looking for marriage, and they wasn't looking to have children. So they
But I
was
think it
past.
was more authentic, and I know some of the dating shows kind of lose their authenticity as they go further. But I feel like I said, Michelle was an actress. So it was a couple people that on there were in the spotlight. So I feel like it's still possible to do it and keep the integrity of the show. And I
Jerry,
just
I
hoping
don't
for a
think
season
Nate
2.
even want to be with the baby mama. I mean, she might want
Oh,
him. I don't
probably
think he
not.
want her. Yeah, they definitely need season 2. Okay, I like the Shayna like it. So, when they have
Hmm.
season 2, we'll talk about it again. Bring Shayna on, give her opinion about it. Um, so yeah, that's that on that. And so I'm getting ready. Are you joining us, or you got something else going on? I'm getting ready to hook
I got
up
to get
over.
some things done.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I am getting ready to jump on over with Tamika, and we're gonna talk about these last 2 episodes of Cross.
Oh,
Y'all,
that's
that
right.
thing made my mouth fall open how it all ended. So that was definitely a good series. So we got that going on, and let me say what else I got going on this week. I don't know if I got something Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We're doing me, you, and
Married
Monique
to Medicine.
69. We're doing Marriage and Medicine. So that'll come on tonight. So I'll get that going. And then Friday, I'm doing American Gangster. We're doing a throwback, me and Pretty Girl. So we
Mm,
we
nice,
haven't
nice.
we haven't hooked up in a long time. So we gonna have a good time talking about Denzel Washington and Russell Crowe, and we'll talk about that true crime, drama. So anyway, that's and then what you got going on? Anything particular this week?
I'm still trying to get the ultimatum together. I haven't finished watching all the episodes, so that definitely is not going to be today. I was going to try to do that tonight, so I need to go watch it now and maybe tomorrow night, either Monday night or
There's a lot of people
sometime
on
on
this. We got
Tuesday.
to write all the names and get notes and who's
Yeah,
who.
well, I think it's just how many couples? Six couples. So
Hmm.
and they're
Hmm.
gonna swap. So, but
You
that
so
one I
you
feel like
you gonna do an overall thing on, it, or you
yeah,
breaking it up?
yeah. This episode it's episodes one through five. So I'll just break down the couples that came in and who they swap with, and just a little bit. I don't want to make it
I
too
ain't
long
about
of a
to
lie.
stop with no damn couples. I ain't doing it.
That's why I said it's the foolishness of the show. Okay,
I
you know what
know.
you're getting into. I would never. Okay, I would never. But I
No,
like to
I
watch.
ain't about to do that. But that's that on
I've
that,
been putting
y'all.
up.
We
I've
had a
been
good
putting up the
time.
Christmas shorts too, so
Oh
y'all can
yeah,
check those.
I'm going to try to get some Christmas, even if it's not a. I'm at least going to do a Christmas live at some point
Yeah,
before
you'll do
now,
something.
between now and Christmas. So yeah, we y'all not done seeing me. I'm still be
Yeah,
around.
because we got Married to
Um,
Medicine. We got to do the last 2 episodes of Cross. I'm trying to do the Ultimatum, and then I've been doing the shorts every day with my favorite movies. And then I got the new Christmas watch list movie coming up on Friday. I got a Saturday sip, the Christmas party the following Saturday. So trying to get my Christmas content
oh
out.
yeah. So probably like I did for Thanksgiving, I'll definitely go live a couple of times and just shoot the
Yeah.
mess. Maybe like Christmas Eve, I might do something and maybe send the link out. Whoever can pop up can pop up, and we can just talk,
Hmm.
Christmas stuff and just talk crazy. Maybe have like a late one, maybe like 10 o'clock. I might think about that. I might just
I'll be up.
yeah.
I'll be up
Yeah,
Christmas
I'll
Eve.
be up waiting for Santa Claus to
Okay. I
climb in
got to
through the
work
window.
Christmas Eve, so I'll be
Yeah,
up.
I don't have a chimney, so he can climb in through the window. So I'll be waiting on Santa Claus with my cookies and milk. Well, anyway, y'all, that's that on that, and we will see y'all on the next one. And me and Kira gonna find something else to get
Yes,
into.
we
Some other,
will.
where is I ain't never got it together. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for watching and hanging out with me. Thank y'all. I sure appreciate y'all. See y'all next time.